Let me ask you something really quick. When your dog wags his tail, do you automatically assume he's happy? Most dog owners do, and honestly, that's one of the biggest misconceptions in dog behavior today. A wagging tail doesn't always mean a happy dog. It means your dog is aroused, stimulated, or reacting to something. That's it. In this video, I'm going to show you the real signs of a genuinely happy dog, the quiet, subtle signals that most owners walk right past every single day. And stick around because sign number 5 surprises almost every dog owner I've ever worked with. Here's the thing about dog owners. We love our dogs more than almost anything. We buy them the best food, the nicest beds, and we take them on walks every single day. But loving your dog and truly understanding your dog are two very different things. Most of us were never taught what a happy dog actually looks like from a psychology standpoint. We guess, we assume, we project our own emotions onto them, and because of that, we miss the real signals our dogs send us every single day. The signs of genuine happiness in dogs aren't loud or dramatic. They're quiet, subtle, and easy to overlook if you don't know what you're looking for. So today we're going to change that. By the end of this video, you'll look at your dog completely differently, and what you notice might genuinely surprise you. So let's start by breaking down the tail wagging myth, because this one trips up almost everybody. When your dog wags his tail, the position of that tail matters more than the wag itself. A low, gentle wag usually means your dog is calm and approachable, but a high, stiff wag, the kind where the tail barely moves but holds up rigid, that's actually a sign of tension or alertness. Same behavior on the surface, completely different emotional states underneath. Think about this. A dog wagging his tail at the vet is not the same as a dog wagging his tail during a game of fetch. The behavior looks identical, but the emotional experience is worlds apart. So if tail wagging isn't your most reliable signal, what should you actually be watching? The answer is the whole body. A truly happy, relaxed dog moves loosely. His whole body kind of wiggles when he's excited, not just the tail. Dog behaviorists actually call this the full body wag, and it's one of the most honest expressions of joy a dog can show you. Look at the eyes, too. A happy dog has soft, relaxed eyes. Not wide, not hard, not staring intensely. His ears sit naturally on his head, not pinned flat against his skull and not sharply pushed forward. His mouth is slightly open, jaw relaxed, maybe a little panting, but it's easy, comfortable panting. Not the tight, stressed kind. Here's a quick exercise. Next time your dog greets you at the door, pause for just 3 seconds before reacting. Is his body loose and wiggly, or is it tight and frantic? That 3-second observation will tell you more about your dog's emotional state than anything else. And once you start noticing it, you genuinely cannot unsee it. Now here's something most owners never think to look at. What does your dog do when you're not watching? Because a truly happy dog is calm and settled when he's left alone. He's not tearing up the couch. He's not barking nonstop at the wall. He finds a comfortable spot, maybe plays lightly with a toy, looks out the window for a while, and then quietly rests. That's a dog who feels safe and emotionally secure in his environment. If your dog becomes destructive or anxious every time you leave, that's not him being stubborn or bad. That's him telling you something important about his emotional needs. Happy dogs can handle being alone because they trust that their world is stable and safe. Here's something I genuinely recommend. Set up your phone camera or a cheap pet camera and watch what your dog does for the first 10 minutes after you leave. What you see will tell you everything about where he actually is emotionally. Now, once you're back home, watch for something called the checking in behavior. This is one of the clearest signs of a deeply happy and secure dog. Picture this. You're in the backyard. Your dog wanders off to sniff around the fence. Then he pauses, glances back at you for just a second, and goes right back to exploring. That glance, that's not random. That's your dog using you as a safe base. Dog psychologists call it social referencing, and it means your dog sees you as his anchor point in the world. The most secure, happiest dogs do this naturally. They explore freely because they know you're there. That one quiet look over the shoulder is your dog saying, "I've got you, and I know you've got me." Okay, this is sign number 5, and I told you it would surprise you. So here it is. The way your dog sleeps tells you an enormous amount about how happy and safe he actually feels. A dog that sleeps on his back, belly completely exposed, legs flopped in the air, that dog is in a state of total trust. That position leaves every vulnerable part of his body completely unprotected, and a dog only does that when he feels 100% safe in his environment. Some people call it the dead cockroach position, others call it the Superman flop. Whatever you call it, if your dog sleeps like that near you, that dog is genuinely happy and deeply secure. A dog who always sleeps tightly curled might simply be cold, but it can also mean that dog is still holding a little emotional tension, even at rest. Think about rescue dogs. When they first come home, most of them sleep curled up tight. But over weeks and months, as trust builds and they feel safer, you'll often watch them slowly start to stretch out more, until one day they're completely belly up on your living room floor. That moment right there, that's healing happening in real time. Now let's talk about play, because a happy dog initiates it. He brings you a toy. He does the play bow. Front legs stretch forward, rear end up in the air. That's one of the purest joy signals in all of dog psychology. A dog who self-initiates play is emotionally healthy, but pay attention here. If your dog used to bring you toys and suddenly stopped, don't ignore that. It could be early pain, stress, or a sign that something has shifted in his emotional world. And now we've reached the final sign. And honestly, it's the quietest one. But it might be the most powerful of all. The happiest dogs are often the ones you barely notice. They're not demanding your attention every 5 minutes. They're not whining, pacing, or jumping on you constantly. They simply exist near you, calm, comfortable, and completely at peace. Dog psychologists call this proximity seeking without anxiety. Your dog wants to be near you, but he doesn't need to be glued to you. He'll walk into the room where you're sitting, find his spot, curl up, and just be. No demands, no desperation, just quiet, steady presence. That's very different from an anxious dog who follows you from room to room, can't settle, and seems tense even when nothing is happening. Anxiety looks like devotion on the surface, but underneath it's stress. A dog who can simply sit with you in comfortable silence, not touching, not demanding, just being in your space, that dog has found real peace. And that peace? You gave it to him. Every routine, every calm moment, every bit of patience you showed him, it all adds up to exactly this. So here's the big takeaway from everything we covered today. A truly happy dog isn't always the loudest or most energetic one. Real happiness is quiet. It lives in a relaxed body, a glance back at you from across the yard, and a belly-up nap in the middle of your living room floor. Once you know what to look for, you'll never see your dog the same way again. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these signs does your dog show? Tell me in the comments below. And if you want to go deeper into dog psychology, watch this video next. I'll see you there.